What's up, people of the internet? My name is Dabacab, and today we're going to do gameplay analysis of artifact footage. Alright, so today we are going to analyze some gameplay from packs. Is this gameplay ancient? Yes. Have we all seen this before? Yes. Is there other content I can make? No, not really. I realize that this is really old content, so please don't eviscerate me in the comments. I'm making this video because I haven't analyzed this gameplay yet, and I mean, there's just not much else to talk about until the game comes out. So we're going to do the best we can until the beta comes around in November 19th, but until then, we're just going to have to sit tight and have some true garbage tier content here on this channel, and frankly, every YouTube channel out there, because Valve's not giving us anything. Man, it hurts, it stings, but whatever. Let's just watch some gameplay footage, because that's why you guys are here, because you're desperate for artifact content. So that's what I'm going to give you. Okay, so this is we're looking at this from the perspective of the challenger. He's playing green-black up against the blue-black aggro played by Sunsfan. And here we are in lane 1, where Phantom Assassin is doing something we can't see because the people running this game are talking about Sorla Khan and how neat Sorla Khan is and how she brought ladders to this fight. And honestly, not much is happening. It's just going to be a straight trade. But we've got an untested grunt coming down. There's nothing that the challenger can do about it, so it looks like Sorla Khan is going to get a little bit of an advantage going forward. And next turn we're going to likely see Heartstoppers come out. We've got black heroes in 2 lanes. Here, this is a fairly favorable trade. It really sucks that there weren't any melee creep to drop down next to Lycan. That's super unlucky for this player. In this lane, probably not going to see too much going on. We might see assault ladders maybe in lane 1. That is exactly what happened. Assault ladders in lane 1, because they got 2 units and Sorla Khan and the untested brute. So Rix is going to trade with this with that hero, and that's good because Rix will come back immediately. No big deal. No items on either side, I believe, because no one got anything. And once again, nothing's coming down next to Lycan. I'd probably put that in mid, just because mid's the only lane without a black hero, and we need something to get next to Lycan so we can start getting value out of that. No, he's putting them to the right. He might be abandoning mid lane, which I could sort of see making sense. Or perhaps he's just trying to replace Rix. That's another option. So lane 1, I'm curious to see how this goes. We might actually see a trade. Just like both towers go down. Ooh, Phantom Assassin is going to take out Sorla Khan. We got a lucky arrow for the challenger. So, of course, 20 damage is coming into the tower, so it's still going to freaking sting. I would not be surprised if we see Heartstopper Aura come out. Oh, too late. Pick off. Too late, so that arrow didn't even matter. So at this point, the Phantom Assassin's going to win that race. Lycan's going to kill this Jamui. We might see a battlefield control to try and save, but there wouldn't be much of a point to that because Jamui still isn't going to kill Lycan even if he does battlefield control. So his best bet might be just to let him go, just to die. In fact, I think that's probably what I would do. The blue, no, okay. See, this is just going to save him for 1 turn unless he gets his hands on some sort of armor or health or like another blue control spell. He's just going to kill him next turn. So without any other answers in your hand, I think that's a little bit of a gamble. And here in this lane, something's going on, but we can't tell because it's so zoomed out. We've got, what is that? Mists of Avernus. Oh my god, there's so much stuff on the board. Unfortunately for the challenger, we won't see that trigger off of the Rix, but the Rix is going down. And the Sunsfan put, Heartstopper Aura on Necrophos, so that's going to start getting value. I mean, Heartstopper Aura, it's a heavy investment. 4 mana for a card that does absolutely nothing on your turn kind of stings, but once you actually get it online, it is fantastic because it triggers before the opponent has any opportunity to do anything about it. Okay, so Sunsfan bought 2 Traveler's Cloaks, so perhaps he was counting on exactly that, being able to save Jamui with Traveler's Cloak, so that will level that playing field. So let's pause here and figure out where we would deploy. Lane 1 is winnable for the challenger, definitely. Honestly, all these lanes are winnable at this point. I think I'd probably put 1 in the first lane, probably Rix in the first lane, and then Chin in the third lane. The logic being that Rix will take out the brute, and it doesn't matter that he takes some damage. And Shin can be in the lane with a lot of creep, so there's a good chance that, I mean, at least I'll have some option with his passive that's coming on in 2 turns. He could, honestly, he's got total flexibility. He can go wherever he wants. As for the opponent, Sunspan, I think I'd probably put Crystal Maiden in the mid lane. Because if he goes first lane, he's definitely dead. If he goes mid lane, he's probably going to go off across a creep, because it's going to be 2 creeps in that lane. And if he goes into the right lane, there's a 33% chance he's going to drop in front of Debbie, which kind of sucks. So yeah, I would put Crystal Maiden mid. I'd put... Honestly, you can put these green heroes wherever you want. You got so much flexibility. The Challenger's kind of winning all those lanes, actually. So Rix he did exactly what I thought he was going to do, or what I recommended. I don't know how useful this is going to be. Unfortunately, the Phantom Assassin arrowed into the Brute, so he wastes that tower damage, which kind of stings. We don't have to worry about anything coming down in the opponent's field because there's no heroes here. He could Reptile Convoy, which, I mean, I don't really know if that's worth the investment, because if he plays it, the opponent's probably going to abandon this lane, I'm guessing. It seems like the opponent is focusing on lanes 2 and 3. So I'd be a little bit surprised if we ever see any more cards come down in this lane for Sunspan. So I don't know if Reptile Convoy would be a useful play. Truth to Power would be a complete waste. There's no point in playing that. Okay, so that guy's dead, gone. Here I would Reptile Convoy, because Truth to Power is not going to do any good. Reptile Convoy can... Is it Reptile Convoy or Envoy? Yeah, Convoy. Reptile Convoy can start dealing some damage. Chamoy's going to stay alive with the Travis Cloak as predicted. And this hand's really expensive for the Challenger. What is he... I don't think there's anything he can do in this next lane. No, I don't think so. So we're just going to see... So we could Truth to Power the Zeus, which... would lose initiative, but I mean, he's going to get it back next lane anyways. Not get it back. He's got control over lane 1 anyways. Now, unfortunately, the Challenger doesn't know that Truth to Power won't do anything. Well, I mean, he doesn't know that Strafing Run is in the opponent's hand, is what I meant to say. So he wouldn't know that if it's useful to play or not play. But I would have played it, just because your hand's so expensive. So expensive. When are you going to get another opportunity to play Truth to Power? You know what I mean? From here, you're going to be one of playing Coup de Grace and Thunderhides and stuff like that. So that was his golden opportunity to play Truth to Power. So that I would have done it. It would have helped him secure his dominance in this lane. It would have helped protect his Mist of Avernus buff dudes. So I definitely would have put him in there. So if I were Sunspan, let's talk about where we're going to deploy. He has a Sorlikon and a Necrophos. So where do you put the Sorlikon and the Necrophos? You definitely put the Necrophos in lane 3, because Debbie the Cunning only has 2 health. And if Necrophos drops in front of Debbie, then that is an automatic kill. Debbie doesn't get to do anything. He's dead before he even drops. Then I think I'd probably put Sorlikon in... Well... Oh god, that's tough. See, if you put Sorlikon in the mid lane, there's a chance... There's a 1 in 3 chance he's going to drop in front of the Convoy, which is going to cause him to just die instantly. If you put him in front of... if you put him in the first lane, then there's a 50-50 he's going to die to Assassin, and a 50% chance he's going to kill the Rix. But if he kills the Rix is just going to keep coming back, and eventually, over 2 turns, the Rix is going to kill him. So honestly, he doesn't have great placement. What I think I would probably do in this situation is give up lane 1. There's just a little bit... I'm sorry, lane 2. There's a little bit too much pressure there. Both his blue heroes are going down. So I think I would place Sorla in lane 1, because he also has the assault towers there. Town Portal scroll Jamoy out of lane 2 so I can put him lane 1 later, and then put Necrophos in lane 3. That's what I would do. Oh, and looks like that might actually be what's happening. We'll see if he Town Portal scrolls out Jamoy. What he needs to do is start developing Heartstopper auras, because if he can... Sorla's going down. Sorla's going down. Donde está Sorla? Sorla está down. Who's got initiative? Oh man, so the Challenger's got initiative. So you could just Truth to Power right now. Don't even think about it. Truth to Power right now. Oh, he's got Coup de Grace too. I can't tell because the freaking camera's so tiny, because they keep zooming out and showing them their faces. Who wants to see faces on screen? Says the guy who's got his face in the corner of the screen. So yeah, I would probably Coup de Grace. Or Truth to Power. Yeah, okay, he does coup de grace. That saves his Phantom Assassin, which helps get tower damage in. Coup de grace is probably the better option. Here, are we going to see a Town Portal Scroll? I think it's very likely we are. Because this lane is not looking good. Oh, we saw a Frostbite, though. Maybe not. Maybe he's deciding to win this lane. It's got so much health, though, man. So much health. And these measly blue heroes aren't going to keep these people alive. So now there's nothing that the challenger can do. Now, there's only one card he can play left, and that's the Town Portal Scroll. So are we going to... Nope, we're not. Interesting. Maybe he's... Okay, so, as I said, Necrophos, if he goes in front of Debbie, will kill Debbie off the bat, and that's exactly what happened. Truth to Power is not going to do you much good, because there's two different heroes. So I think the better play would be to put down a Mists in either this lane, or I can't remember what's in the other lanes. Maybe lane 1. You got a little bit of presence in lane 1. Plus that'll drop on Rix, and getting Mist of Avernus on Rix is really fantastic. So I think I would probably Mist lane 1, actually. That's... No, he misted lane 2. And then we've got an untested Grunt coming down. We'll probably see... What? Are we going to see a Heartstopper? Are we going to see an Agglody Vandal? No, we're going to see a Town Portal Scroll on the Chin. So it looks like the challenger is abandoning this lane and probably going to reinvest into the mid lane, because there is a pretty heavy presence here. Heartstopper Aura... You know what actually was a pretty good option? To invest the Heartstopper Aura and then TP scroll him out. And then just let the Zeus and these creep slowly whittle away at this lane, because you don't really need the Necrophos here anymore. So you teleport him out and then you put him in probably lane 1 or 2. You got a lot of options. But he's going to be dealing 4 piercing damage in a cone in front of him. That is nasty. And in a turn or 2, that Zeus is going to finish the job. Plus we might start seeing... what's it called? Thunder God's Wrath start coming out now that it's turn 7. So the challenger's gonna have to start looking for that. Certainly, but he's got Hand of God, which can protect his guys, potentially, assuming he casts it before Sunsfan does. So he might want to try to Hand of God lane 1, because that will save 2 of his dudes. So, okay. Let's talk about options. Okay, so from the challenger's perspective, he's putting Chin in lane 2 because he's already dominating lane 1. He can sort of leave that be. Lane 3, he's lost. So the idea is he wants to win lanes 1 and 2, and Chin is going to help him do that. Necrophos is going down in lane 1 because no matter what happens in lane 1, Necrophos is going to kill Rix off the bat. If he drops in front of Phantom Assassin, then unfortunately Phantom Assassin is going to kill him. But if he drops in front of Rix, then he will survive, but it'll get him a free kill. So definitely a smart play there. Alternatively, Necrophos could put him in front of and put him in lane 2 and kill those 2 creep right off the bat. So Rix is going down, man. Even if the challenger has initiative, it still doesn't matter because Heartstopper Aura triggers before anything else. Yep. So we're probably going to see. Now the question is here: do you Steam Cannon or do you Coup de Grace? I personally would Steam Cannon because getting a Steam Cannon in lane 1 is really, really valuable. And playing the Coup de Grace isn't going to be super meaningful. So what you do is you play Steam Cannon, see if he plays something like a Brute, or in this case, he has Agglody Vandals. If he plays Agglody Vandals, then you just kill the Vandal right off the bat. Same thing with Disciple of Nevermore. You really screw up his turn. Oh, it's like he's waiting. He's waiting to see what the opponent does. It's actually kind of a smart play. So now he knows, okay, so now Steam Cannon would be perfect here. So I think what he's going to do is probably Steam Cannon and then take that thing out. Though I would like to see what's in the other lanes before I Steam Cannoned. It's not necessary exactly. Okay. Actually, it is kind of necessary because the Agglody Vandal hits the Phantom Assassin, then next turn, the Heartstopper Aura is going to kill him. Whereas if you Steam Cannon, then you could pick off, but you've got 3 mana left over, which is kind of inefficient. There's never a reason to play Steam Cannon in lane 2. Basically never a reason. I can't think of a reason. because it just delays when the cannon happens. You should put it in lane 1, even if you don't even have any heroes in lane 1. If you put it in lane 1, okay, so Phantom Assassin's gonna die next turn, almost certainly. Mr. Vernus is making things huge. We can see a Keenfolk Musket come down, which is not gonna do a lot of good. We should see a card draw right off the bat. I'm guessing maybe Crystal Maiden is gonna get killed. That's gonna let 7 tower damage. Actually, that's gonna kill the tower if he hits Crystal Maiden, because that's gonna free up Chin's path and it's gonna free up the Reptile Convoy's path. Treat the Power is not gonna do him much good. Hand of God isn't gonna do him much good. So I would definitely kill Crystal Maiden to secure this tower, and that'll free up options for the rest of the game. And we're probably gonna see a card draw out of Jamoy, I'm guessing. Yep. And he got a Steam Cannon, but unfortunately he doesn't have any black heroes with which to use it, which really stings. And I don't think I would Reptile Convoy here, even though you could, just because you don't need to. You know, you've already won this lane. You just pass this point and see what the opponent does. And if need be, you can do something else. I mean, if you really want to secure this lane, you could Truth to Power, which is a little bit of overkill, but it definitely ensures that this tower is going down. Of course, the challenger didn't know that it was going to be overkill until, you know, I guess I'll never know, but we know it's overkill. So, not much happening in lane 3, to be honest. Not much is going on. They're just trading. And he can't afford anything. He's 2 gold off from that Apotheosis Blade. God, that stings. So he opts for the Potion of Knowledge. So, Phantom Assassin. Goodbye, Phantom Assassin. Alright, so now the challenger just needs to win 1 lane. He's not going to win lane 3, so he opts for lane 1, which definitely makes sense. The question is, do you put all 3 in lane 1? It's kind of tempting, to be honest, because I think I would put all 3 in lane 1. The opponent, Sunsfan, I think what I would probably do is also ignore lane 3, because that's going to be secured this turn no matter what. I think what I would do is probably put him in lane 1, because he can reasonably expect that the opponent is going to invest heavily in lane 1, and he has to defend and potentially take the tower, because that tower is kind of low. So I'm thinking everything goes in lane 1 right here. Yep, that's what's happening. See, this is why you don't put Steam Cannon in lane 2. Because if Steam Cannon were in lane 1, he would instantly have 6 damage that he could do something with. God, this Heartstopper Aura is going to sting, you guys. Get ready. Hold on to your butts. 4 damage to 3 things. It's so much. I'd love to see what cards these people have, but unfortunately, I cannot. Because these people are looking at their faces, man. Come on. Please zoom in. I'd love to discuss. Okay, so we have a Keenfolk Musket coming down on Necrophos, which is going to ensure the kill on Lycan. We're probably going to see the Keenfolk Musket ping into the Debbie to finish the Debbie off. Nope, doesn't matter, because he has Hand of God. So the Musket is too little too late. That leaves 8 mana for Sunsfan. He could Heartstopper Aura again. If he Heartstopper Auras, that will kill off Debbie next turn. He could Vandal, which won't do him much good, to be honest. He could Assault Ladders, also not going to do him a lot of good. So I think what I would do is probably Steam Cannon. No. Yes. I would Steam Cannon this lane, because Steam Cannon lane 1 is phenomenal. Then Steam Cannon something in some other lane. And then later on... God, but if you don't Heartstopper now, you'll never get an opportunity to Heartstopper. So the opportunity is Heartstopper plus Gloating Vandal. So what he could do instead is Heartstopper Aura onto Necrophos. But if he does, okay, yeah. And then next turn, he plays Steam Cannon in this lane, and Steam Cannon's the Lycan for 4. Plus the Necrophos is going to ping the Lycan for 6, which is going to kill the Lycan. Plus next turn, the Heartstopper Aura will kill off the Debbie right off the bat. So I think that's the play. Is Heartstopper Aura plus either a Gloating Vandal or Assault Ladders. Probably the Vandal, just to block some damage. And to, yeah, the Gloating Vandal is going to come down in front of the Rix, which is not ideal. But at least we get a little bit of siege damage in and we block some damage. So personally, I think I would Heartstopper or the Necrophos is what I would do. Heartstopper Ore is so good, you guys. It's so strong. It's really slow, but once you get it online, it's just devastating. It's so nasty. Disciple of Nevermore would be a terrible play, so we're definitely not going to see that. He could have Gloaty again, which is going to do 3 damage into the tower, and then a 75% damage of 4 damage plus 4 damage, so 8 damage total. 4 from the fling and then 4 from the attack, depending on the arrows. So yeah, he Heartstopper Ore. So yeah, I actually agree with that play. At first, I thought Steam Cannon was the way to go, but after thinking about it, I changed my mind. I think Heartstopper Ore was the right call. Because even next turn, if the challenger holds on to initiative and coup de grace is instantly, it's still not going to matter. He's still going to get some kills off that. Wow, okay. So this mid lane's actually kind of under a clock. A 24 damage swing. That's kind of nasty. He could play some green cards, but there's honestly no point at all. He could steal a creep just because he's probably not going to get another opportunity in the game to use that on something more valuable. Because honestly, we're not going to see any cards come down in mid lane, I suspect. So stealing that will give another target for the Mist of Avernus. It'll take away blockers. So I feel like you might as well, right? There's no harm in it. Unless you want to save it for a Town Portal Scroll, but that's kind of a, it's kind of a gamble. What are the odds? And then in this lane, at long last, Sunsfan is going to take out this tower, and it looks like everything's going to boil down to lane 1. We have a Town Portal Scroll. Poaching Knife, man. It sucks that he couldn't buy that Apotheosis Blade. 2 short swords for Sunsfan. We have a Town Portal Scroll. Okay. And a Traveler's Cloak. So Crystal Maiden coming down in the first lane. But even though she comes across Debbie, she's going to live, man. She's going to be just fine. Because of this Heartstopper Ore. Just watch this thing. Now, if Sunsfan has the opportunity, he should instantly Steam Cannon. I don't know who has initiative here. Sunsfan does, yeah. So I think the play is Steam Cannon. I love it how they keep zooming out every time there's an important decision to be made. See, that doesn't matter because the guy's got coup de grace and he's got coup de grace and truth to power. So healing Necrophos doesn't amount to anything. So the best thing you can do is make use of that black mana instantaneously. Because if this guy were smart, he would just... Oh, he doesn't have coup de grace because the guy's dead. So he could truth to power. Does he have truth to power? He does not. So it turns out that Fountain Flask was the right play, but he couldn't have known that because he's only seen 1 truth to power so far. So he couldn't have known that there wasn't... Oh no, there is a truth to power. Oh my god. I love looking at a game that's like super, super small on the screen. It's making it a little bit difficult to shoutcast. I need like binoculars. All right, so now that I can actually see the screen, if you truth to power, the issue is there's nothing else to play on top of it. You get Savage Wolf, but Savage Wolf this late kind of sucks. So you might actually be better off playing a Thunderhide pack. Plus he needs blockers kind of badly. So Thunderhide pack might be ideal, hoping it comes... Playing Thunderhide pack in front of Crystal Maiden would be probably the ideal situation. And then the other player, now that I can see... Does a Gloaty Vandal win? Does 4 plus 8 damage? Yeah, with the arrow? Yeah, okay. So Gloaty Vandal just wins it. Gloaty Vandal is good, you guys. It gives black some fantastic reach. Alright, so that's it. That's the match. I wish I had fresher gameplay footage for you, but I think we're going to be stuck analyzing PAX footage for a little while because November, I'm telling you guys, it's going to be a slow month. So thank you so much for watching. Dabicab out.